Welcome back to another episode of Verified Passport, bro. So, as you guys can tell, I'm enjoying this series. No, really and truly, this series is just me airing out my inner thoughts and intrusive thoughts and things I observe about the world. And the reason why I decided to do this topic because it's not as an attack onto like feminism or try to like, oh, we can fight too. It's just that the name sound cool because I got a couple people asking me why I chose this name and not something that's like, not tied to something that already exists, like something unique. But I like the name. So somebody asked me, can passport bros be excellent fathers? Are passport bros excellent fathers? Can they actually run a family? And that's a very weird question, but short and simple, yes. The people think that there's a lot of attack on the community because they think that we are weak, they think we are poor, and not having the ability to get a Western woman makes us inadequate to raise a family. Apparently, the Western woman are the standard. Shocking. So, does are those qualities you want in a father? No. A great fisherman will not go somewhere where it's difficult to get fish. A great fisherman will still look for the best places to get fish. So just because someone become a passport bro does not make them any less like adequate for a partner. Doesn't make them less. And then if you take that logic into a broader scale, a passport bro is what if you're gonna bash him for leaving the country to go to the next country to find love, what do you expect him to do? Stay and lose? Like the thing about a lot of these things, like women mostly like to bash the passport bros movement and say this and that because there was a clip about a black woman on an airplane caught one in action and she's like making a scene and shit. And I was like, what do you expect him to do? He's not winning in his home country. He's actually like trying to do what he can. And it's like the logic is not there for some of these attacks. I'm just saying to myself, like why? Like why? No, again, I'm not saying that all Western women are bad and all guys should be passport bros. I'm just saying if you're genuinely trying and you are not successful in the dating market in the Western world, you can fly to Eastern Europe or Asia, or Eastern Asia to be more specific, and try it out there. Because the reality situation is you don't find Eastern Asian men coming to the Western world to find women. You don't see that. Now, if that was the case, then there's an argument. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't want to bash anybody. I don't think bashing solves anything. Bashing actually makes it makes it worse. Bashing does make it worse. I've never heard about a situation that was resolved by bashing. I don't think such thing ever existed. So say not to say, again, females, please put yourselves in our shoes. And given how the date dynamic is so different for both men and women, I can imagine that's hard to do. But if you're not able to get a good deal on some shoes, you're not going to wait till a discount happen. You're going to look at other stores. Like if you're gonna not be loyal to a store, like make it make sense. So I think passport bros, again, there I have some stigma against those guys because I think some of those guys are just want to jump on the woman bashing. And let me get something out of the way first as well. Just because someone bashes you does not give you the license to bash them back, because that's just making situation worse. So I understand there's attack on men, there's the man bashing and the man shaming is a big community amongst the females. I get that, but men becoming passport bros to attack back is not going to solve anything, right? Bashing back at the bashment is not adding fire to an existing fire does not make it less fire. As a matter of fact, it makes it more fire. So I just want to be respectful to the women that are here listening. I don't want to continue this back and forth battle, like especially with the Drinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle, drizzle, drizzle. That's weird. Like, I don't want. I hate those stuff. I'm more interested in solutions. And if there's no solution, it's just awareness, right? Because I think awareness can go a far way. If not solutions itself, let's start with being aware. I think that's step one. All right. Passport bros are not attacking women. We're not here to attack women. We're not here to bash women. We're not here to discredit you guys. We're not here. As a matter of fact, we're just here to. We're just trying to our best to find a family. And the reality is that if it's difficult, what do you expect us to do? Like, think about it. What do you expect us to do? If we men are treating you horrible and you went to eat, you went somewhere else to find good men. Like, oh, that's a good one. So, for example, let's put two groups, men and women together. Oh, you guys know where I'm going with this one. You have a lot of women, a lot. And this is actually too much. You have too much women on these platforms saying, "Where are all the good women?" That's on one side. On the other side, men are literally going to different countries to find the good woman. So, who is really, like in there? There's no wrong or right, in my opinion. It's just that for me, and this is just truth, the urgency to solve a problem, I am sorry, this is true. The urgency to solve a problem is directly correlated to the urgency of the problem itself, or the magnitude of the problem itself. You are not going, unless you're that stupid meme dog, you're not going to sit in a burning building and say, okay, let me pack up my things, get my clothes together, let's say move out a little bit, like it's a flood. A house on fire is a big problem, hence requires urgent solutions. Because what will a woman accomplish by saying, "Where are all the good men?" What are they going, like? What do you want us to do? Like, I'm genuinely asking the woman who complains about there not being enough good men. What do you want us to do? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, if we're going to come together as men and say, okay, there are no good men left, what do you want us to do? The gyms are majority filled by men. There's way more online schools than before trying to educate men how to make more money. Hustlers University by Andrew Tate. Numerous of financial YouTubers on usually find numerous of financial YouTubers on the platform. Like, there are a lot of avenues where men are trying to be the best version of themselves. And yet you females are on your ass complaining about where are the good men. You will never find a man who complains about where are other good women. What he does, he changes his location. He does something about it. What are you females doing about the fact you can't find a good man? All you guys are doing is jumping on these podcasts, jumping on these streams and complain and bash men. Like, there are so many clips, viral clips of women bashing men and then saying they ain't shit, men ain't shit, men ain't shit. Well, read the Bible. You are woman, you came from our rib. So if we ain't shit, so are you. So again, I don't want to be here trying to bash you guys or anything like that. I just want to say, hey, this is a situation we have, and if we're truly focused on solutions, we can work together to find a solution. But if you bash and then we bash and you guys bash back, it's going to create more problems than we already have. So I think one of the steps to solving a problem is recognizing there's a problem. So recognize a problem that, okay, you females are saying there's no good men left. What can we do? Like, what do you want us to do about it? Because even when we're doing the best, it's. I think the issue is this. I was saying to one of my friends today that the standard for a woman is as high as the highest caliber man that is interested in her. Now, if that's the case, that's a very dangerous game you're gonna play. Because if you're gonna be with a guy who is earning $100,000 per year, and you're happy and you're satisfied, your needs are taken care of. You can take a vacation whenever you want to, and you're completely happy for 2 years. And then you meet a guy who makes $500,000 a year, all of a sudden the standard is raised. Not because of you worked on yourself, not because of you develop or you've gained maturity. is just because the knowledge of knowing a guy who earns 5 times more than your man is available, you're gonna say, you know what, standards change, and you all of a sudden you're not satisfied. All of a sudden he's not enough. All of a sudden, all this stuff. So if your standards as is as fluid as water, because you know you are your standard is as high as the highest caliber man that interests you, you're always going to complain, why can any man be as high as the highest caliber? So what you want to do is to keep raising your standards based on who's around you versus the standards be a reflection of yourself. Now, a guy who dates a 9 out of 10, like a proper 9, and then he or she cheats and they leave, he's definitely going to date a 7 out of 10. Like a man's standard is not going to change, depends on who he dates. All that happens is that my confidence get higher. Like if I'm going to date Beyonce or something like that, like some top celebrity, I'm perfectly fine dating some random girl in a supermarket afterwards. I'm not gonna date like a top celebrity girl and then be like, okay, from now on, only top celebrity bitches I can date. I ain't gonna do that. That's not realistic. But a lot of you females are just saying, okay, you're the first guy who you date that has a car from no one if he doesn't have a car, you know. And also, one of the reasons why I get there's so much complaints about by passport bros is you guys not only have red flags, you also have icks. Now, again, I fully understand the woman online does not represent the woman on a whole in the world. I get that because that's not practical. Not every girl in the world is on social media talking shit. I get that. But it's a fact that a lot of them is, I'm seeing too much. I'm seeing too much. There's too much I'm seeing. One, like, if you're going to have a list of requirements, he needs to be doing 12, 15 things and he needs to be avoiding 200 things. Of course, they're not going to find a good man. Of course, they're not going to find it. I know the thing is that men's list of requirements is so small, and yet they can't find good women, but they not want to complain about it because they know that complain about it is not going to solve anything. I really wonder those women who complain about it actually be like, "Oh, thank God I complained because it solved the issue." Like, no, it didn't. No, it didn't, because like complaining does not solve anything. And women know that. We're not gonna complain where all the big breast girls at. You ain't gonna hear that. Like where all the big breast girls went. Hey, where all the big booty chicks go. You ain't gonna hear it. It's because I think a guy's is more logical and strategical. So it's more of a case of like what he has is what he has kind of vibe. And it's just logical. And I think with the dating and the men being desperate and thirsty, I think you again cause and effect, 100% cause and effect, because I'm not trying to bash you guys, please honest, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just trying to like talk it out. Let's be aware, let's talk it out, let's find about solutions, right? With that in mind, what are what can we do now, right? What can we do about it now, right? Because I'm imagining myself in your situations. I'm thinking to myself, boy, if I had like 10 DMs on a regular, if I was walking on the road and every guy was pissing off, imagine me being a girl, and every guy was like calling to me, like if that was happening to me, yes, I would develop an ego. Yes, I'll develop an ego. But at some point along the line, you have to look at, okay, if I continue like this, what will be the consequences? What will be the aftermath? Because the more options I have, the less likely I'm going to choose. And that's what you have. So I think a lot of women are just holding out to find the best option. And that is just a very wrong thing to do, because you will always have a better option. So you'll always be single. So it's not like you're asking what a good man is. That it's just like, where is a better man? I don't know. That's something I want to talk about, because I think that they hate on pass up bros is just, it's just not me. It's just unfair. It's just unfair. And there's more hate on pass up bros than there's hate on feminism. That's impossible. That's impossible. Well, thank you for listening, guys. It's another episode of the Fair Vibe Passport Bros content. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and enjoy the rest of the day. If you like the video, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe for more.